Greetings, viewers! It is I, Kaeden, on the Topia Reconfigured Season 3 server. So happy to see y'all. How you doing? Yes, we have finally gotten our act together. All diamond armor, all diamond tools, fully enchanted, looking amazing. We got good. And this hallway, look at this! I'm such a proud papa. Now, for a few episodes, people have been asking about this little device here on my hip, and I don't think I've actually shown it on camera before, because I don't normally carry one of these around, but I find this to be one of the most useful things you can possibly have. See how you normally take an ender pearl, you throw it, you will teleport to where the pearl lands, and the pearl is gone. Well, this little device down here is called a warp drive, and I can throw ender pearls as much as I like. Doesn't consume the ender pearl and doesn't hurt me at all. But you will notice one of my haunches of hunger is missing. You basically spend hunger to get the privilege of having infinite ender pearls that don't hurt you when you move around. But of course, some of the other Topians are flying around. I need to get on that. Did I just spot an opening? I did. There's a missing hempcrete wall there. Why? I have no idea. Boop. So right off the bat, let's dive into some issues. Everything's just kind of scattered around and doing the best it can with the limited amount of space that I gave it when I plopped it wherever it landed. That means none of this is particularly well thought out. Especially this, the wall-o paddle wheels. I think we can do better. Also gonna have to move the enchanting setup. There's just so many things that are gonna need to be moved, and I have a vision for what to do with this space. But it's gonna require a beacon to do correctly because I'm gonna want some insta-mining. Gonna need a lot of room back there. I do have efficiency 5 on my pickaxe, but it is not quite fast enough to insta-mine the stone, so I want to do as little work as possible up front while still building towards a future success. And that means I'm gonna take all of these and I'm gonna completely reorient them to go away from us right here. The terminus is gonna be maybe a little bit further this way than that wheel is right there. Sort of about here-ish and going straight away from us so that we can eventually carve out a massive space right here to really showcase these really cool water wheels. Unfortunately, that means all of these machines are gonna have to shut down because if I remove, I mean, look at this, 512 stress units. Stress units are what is required to power machines, and all of these wheels are powering this entire contraption here, and we only have 512 stress units remaining. That's a single wheel. So if I remove 2 wheels, this whole thing's gonna lock up. Watch. 1 and 2. Huh, didn't lock up. How did they do that? Wait a sec, something's going on. How does it still have capacity? How is that possible? Is that like a bug? Hello? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is bizarre. I have created infinite power and I don't know how. What is happening? There's only 1 wheel left. This should not be possible. Can I just take this one and leave the tiny little wheel? There's gotta be a bug. It's still working. My flabbers have been gasted. This is nuts. How are you still going? Should not be possible. I bet if I remove this last wheel, it'll stop though. Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be funny if it didn't? Okay, that killed it. I 100% guarantee you if I put it back, it will not start again. That's not at all what I asked you to do. Yep, ain't gonna work. Overstressed. Yeah, we're overstressed by about 5,600 stress units, which is what all the other wheels were for. How did we do that? Dunno, it was definitely a bug. Let's get rid of this water. Yes. I think there's still one more, hang on. There we go. We'll also be able to cut down on all of this by making ourselves a little speed adjuster, which should save on a bunch of gear ratio changing, which is just, you know, a lot. So let's think on size here. We could definitely go further this way if I move my kelp farm, which was really temporary anyway, just so I could get, okay, it's working, it's working. I just wanted enough to be able to make a couple of belts. That's enough for a couple of belts. And a smeltery. Let's move all these just to get a clear picture here of what we're dealing with. So I almost feel like the open area should be directly centered on this. And what I want is a big cavern, lake at the bottom, all of those paddle wheels down both sides of the sort of chamber, I guess it would be, with water cascading over them and powering all of our machines. Could we do it with a steam engine? Yes. Will this look cooler? Also yes. So if this is our midpoint, and our bridge only goes out 2 in either direction, this is the kind of space we're gonna be dealing with in the middle, then a drop off, and then, you know what? I almost feel like this wall is almost perfectly lined with where I'm going to want to have the wheels inset. They'll be inset into the wall with water cascading and coming like a waterfall right here. And down at the bottom, we can put like a little surrounding mud and water features and plants and things like that, which means we just need to measure how far that is and put that on the other side. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's an easy to remember number. 9 and 10. Easy. Yeah, that's about the right size. And now that we've got a nice flat surface coming up to this wall, I think it's tunnel bore time. It is Bertha 2. Oh my gosh, it's much bigger than anticipated. Let's give her a push. Get in there, Bertha. Yes! How far am I gonna let this go? No idea, I'm making this up as I go. That's probably about far enough. Let's just size up one of these wheels. Okay, not enough room, hang on. Yeah, that's pretty big actually. I think it needs to be one further this way, actually. So instead of here, it needs to be here. Yes, hang on. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. There we go. Now it's starting to look the way I want. Now we just get these bad boys spinning again. Perfect. Round and round and round they go. So that's what 15 water wheels looks like, but here's the trick. Water wheels are bi-directional, so I can put 15 more on top. We've doubled our stress capacity, and I didn't waste water. Take that, AI. Now, by our powers combined... Oh. What? Uh-oh. Oh, I need to get these going in opposite directions, don't I? Is that going to be doable? Possibly. Let's find out. What if I do that? They're still going the same direction. Uh-oh. Okay, so I can't link them with a gearbox. I gotta put something else in the middle there. I mean, there is just like this solution. Hang on, if I put this here, nope, need to rotate it. Rotate that, and then that. All right, I mean, that works. And we got spinny power here. I think I want to do this the other way around, don't I? Yes, spinny power on the bottom. That's definitely what we want. It's a little bit easier to access from this side. So how much stress we got available? Let's see. Okay, we got almost 16,000 stress available. That should make a dent. So as I said earlier, we'll be able to dial up our speed without complicated gearing by using one of these, a rotation speed controller. But that requires a precision mechanism, which looks complicated. Step 1, deploy cogwheel. Step 2, deploy large cogwheel. Step 3, deploy iron nugget. Okay, why does it say repeat sequence 5 times? Okay, we can do this. All right, it's not very fast, but it'll do. Small cogwheel, big cogwheel, iron nugget. Got it. Small cogwheel, big cogwheel, iron nug. All right, I think we're ready. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Small cogwheel, big cogwheel, iron nugget. Yeah, 3 of 15, so you do have to do it 5 times. Goodness. Round 2, round 3, round 4, and finally, it's time. All right, we got the precision mechanism. Now we just need a brass casing and we're all good. Give me some brass. Boop and boop. Come here, you. Give me a rotation speed controller. Magnificent. We're gonna need a large cogwheel to put in it. I don't think I have any. Hang on, large cogwheel. Got it. Now if we just hook this puppy up. Let's see. Can I just change this? No? That's not spinning. Hang on, what am I doing wrong? Oh, wait, gotta rotate this. Gotta rotate it that way. There we go, and it is now flying at maximum speed. 1 component. Oh, beautiful. Now the question is, do we have enough stress to handle things at that speed? We're about to find out. With this newfound power, we are completely out of iron. I have like none at all. I have 7 nuggets. So to get more, we're gonna build a bigger iron farm. And I think I want to put it underneath here where it won't be seen. And it'll just take all of the finished ingots and ship them right over to this crate or a nearby crate, probably something over here out of the way. That's the master plan. Perfect. Drills are behind there. Lava's gonna go on top. We need to waterlog the drills. All right, now we're gonna hook up our grindstones. Already overstressed. Wait a second. Ooh, these are 1,000 apiece. That's more than anticipated. Well, you know what they say, when in doubt, add more water wheel. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, all these bad boys are spinning. Now we just gotta get our drills going.
Many hours later.
Now that's a bit more like it. We're moving along at approximately 4 times the speed and getting iron 4 times as fast. Beautiful. We'll have our beacon going in, well, I would say no time, but it's probably gonna be a while. But we'll get there. Well, while we're waiting for that, might as well get rid of some more of this. Now this is starting to look more like what we want. I even went ahead and sort of tidied up this corner here so we don't see all of the bits spinning and stuff and we just see the magnificent water wheels on this side and all of it cascading over. Added some glass viewing down into our iron farm area. You know, this is all looking so good, we may have to address this area next. We got our alloy kiln, our crude blast furnace, our nether portal, which is just like a minimum size 2x3, our assembler and all the things that power it. It's just so ugly. Like, look in this direction, the far entrance notwithstanding, just this magnificent corridor. And as you're entering in, pay no attention over there. As you're entering in from the far side, you look and all you see is that dinky nether portal. We gotta do better. It was fun while it lasted, assembler. You did a good job. It's time for you to go. Now that that's gone, we unleash Bertha. Go get him, Bertha. And now we got ourselves a view of the interior of the bowl. Ooh, and a bunch of andesite. Wait, I need that. I need so much andesite. So what is ultimately gonna be down that way? I'm thinking a little glass bridge going across the gap there, and we can have our like magic wing over there. When we finally get into magic stuff, that'll be cool. I do believe it's starting to look like we know what we're doing, which means it's time for you to go, you ugly. Fair enough, though. You've done pretty good with the kelp. That's a good amount. That's looking much better. And I found a spot for my infuser. Yay. And yeah, I can't put it off any longer. We really gotta do this. It's bothering me that it looks so unfinished. All right, let's get in and get to work. I require sea pickles. I do not want to talk about how far away I had to fly to get these. There are just no warm oceans anywhere near Topia. Ugh. Woo, that is starting to look pretty. And definitely this lantern. Oh, this is so cute. Macaw's lights and lamps. I was gonna use regular lanterns, but honestly, these look way better. Sort of like exotic, you know? Well, I'm still pondering exactly what to do with the far walls on this. I kind of think I want them to like concave out a little bit. Convex out? Concave? I think it depends on where you're looking at it from. I think concave from this side, I genuinely have no idea. I know what I want to do up here, but that's going to require the beacon, and the beacon will be done by the end of this episode. I hope. But for now, I have a vision for how we can link this room here, our storage room, up to the eventual roof of this here. I got a little something in mind here. Let me cook. And that oughta do it. There we go. Now at least you've got an idea of the sense of scale we've got going into this room. All of this is gonna be gone. I've pared it back just so you can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like, but this whole thing is gonna spiral upwards into like a chimney going up deep into the mountaintop there. And all of this, I mean, that's like the minimum height of this room, and it'll only go up from there with more natural stones. But again, I don't really want to do that without a beacon. How's the beacon going? Let's see. I also detailed back here just a little bit behind the walls of that main room, just so it's not quite so ugly. Oh, got a couple more stacks. Almost 2 stacks of blocks. That means I only need like 37 more blocks and we are done. Oh, look, we're already on our way. That's it. We've done it. We've got enough, I think. Yes, we have enough for a beacon base. This is frightfully exciting. You may recall last episode we got our nether star with Elytron. And by got it with Elytron, I mean Elytron kind of got evaporated and I got a nether star. He helped. He drew the Wither's fire. Like that? No, I'm just gonna use the recipe. Oh, it doesn't take diamonds. That's the enchanter. My bad. I swear I'm a professional. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get a beacon. Oh my goodness. I think it's time. There's our beacon. I just need to, make a hole right there. Let's take the elevator on up. Up we go. I totally forgot I parked my biplane up here, and it looks injured. Rough landing. If my calculations are correct, this is the spot. Down we go. I should splash into my lake. Here's hoping. Oh, we're here. It worked. Beautiful. As is tradition, we only activate our beacons with diamonds. Come on now. Yes! Haste 2! Oh. Okay. You're not just gonna leave these here, are you? John? John, you're gonna have to come clean these up. All right, to work. All right, so I've done a few things. So I made like a replay thingy of it, but modded Minecraft did not want to cooperate, and every time I tried to boot up the replay footage, it crashes. I'm literally in the middle of making those cute little, camera swooshies like the one you saw of me doing down on the ground here, and it just crashes, and there's no recovering it, and I have to either start from 0 and pray it doesn't crash the next time, or I throw something at the wall, get really annoyed, and decide, you know what, we're just gonna film something. So here's what it looks like now. A little different from the last time you saw it. I put all of the seagrass under there. I put in my sea pickles that I took such a trip to go get. We carved out the back wall. We texturized everything, fixed this up here, put in these dangly bits and snipped them so they don't get out of control. But yeah, that's a nice looking cave. I was trying to figure out why I was drowning, then realized I took my helmet off to film this. I need the helmet. All right, helmet. We have water breathing now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Kaeden. This is Topia, Reconfigured Season 3, Modded Minecraft, and I will see you all in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.